Assalamualaikum and hello everyone, especially to Madam Nadia binti Muhammad Yusuf, my course instructor and lecturer for TSLB 3363 Reflective Skills and Practice. My name is Auniki binti Azrul. Today, I'm honored to share with you a reflective analysis of an ESL lesson based on the video How to Teach Reading Skills, Natural Disasters by Teacher Val. In this presentation, I will walk you through a structured reflection using Gibbs' reflective cycle, a widely used model for deep and critical self-evaluation. Along the way, I'll also highlight how this connects to the maxims of teaching that we've learned and related to my personal experiences during my first teaching practicum. By doing so, I hope to answer a key question we're all exploring as future educators. Which approaches and models to reflective practice are the most effective for ESL teachers? To begin, let's briefly define what reflective practice is. Ronald Kahn, 1983, described reflective practitioners as professionals who constantly engage in a cycle of thinking about what they are doing while doing it and after it is done. There are two types of reflection. This is reflection in action, which is making adjustments while teaching, and reflection on action, thinking back after the lesson, which is our focus today. For this reflection, I chose Gibbs' reflective cycle because it gives a clear and comprehensive structure. It helps me organize my thoughts and avoid general statements like the lesson was good or the students liked it. Each stage prompts deeper thinking. This model is especially useful for new teachers like me because it encourages honest self-evaluation with a clear path for growth. The lesson we're reflecting on is an engaging ESL reading class with grade 4 students focusing on the theme natural disasters. The teacher, known as Teacher Val, aims to teach the meanings of 4 types of natural disasters, which are thunderstorms, hurricanes, tornadoes, and volcanoes. This classroom context sets the stage for our reflection. Let's begin with the first stage of the cycle, which is the description. The video begins with Teacher Val warmly greeting his grade 4 students. He checks in with their mood, set classroom rules, and does a quick team points down, establishing a sense of fun and structure. He then reviews previous content and introduces a new book titled Natural Disasters. The students are taught a vocabulary such as thunderstorm, hurricane, tornado, and volcano. New words are pronounced together, and bilingual translations in Chinese are used to support comprehension. Visuals like weather videos and sounds clips makes the topic more relatable and real. He tests understanding through pop quizzes like a classroom game involving movement and team participation. Despite occasional distractions, the students are clearly engaged. Moving into the second stage, feelings. While watching, I honestly felt inspired. Teacher Val brought so much life to the lesson. He used his use of humor, visuals, and games reminded me that language learning can and should be fun. At the same time, I felt a bit intimidated. I asked myself, could I handle this level of energy? Would I be able to manage this many elements like games, visuals, vocabulary all in one lesson? But overall, I felt motivated. It reminded me of why I became a teacher: to create learning environments that are exciting, meaningful, and safe for mistakes. The next one is evaluation. What worked and what didn't? What worked? The teacher created a safe, low-stress environment where students were not afraid to try. Second of all, bilingual support helped with understanding vocabulary. Third of all, he praised attempts and mistakes equally, which aligns with the maxim of encouragement. And the final one is active participation. Active participation was encouraged, showing the maxim of involvement. Despite all that, there were also some challenges, which are some students appearing distracted or unsure during the transition. The pace was quick, which could overwhelm slower students or slower processors. And there were moments when classroom control slightly dipped due to the energy level, something I struggled with in my first week of my practicum, especially when I lacked clear routines. Now, this brings us to the most important stage: analysis. Teacher Val successfully applied several maxims of teaching. First one is maxim of accuracy. Teacher Val ensures that students learn scientifically accurate information, such as light travels faster than sound. In the video, he also said the speed of lightning, the speed of light, temperature of lightning, and clarifies terminology like natural disaster, storm, lightning, thunder, and hurricane. He also provides correct definitions for them. Third of all, he encourages correct pronunciation and understanding in both English and Chinese. This reinforces meaning and language integration. The second maxim is the maxim of efficiency. Teacher Val blends reading, visuals, questions, and peer activities to keep the lesson fluid. He also integrates multimedia videos of thunderstorms and hurricanes, making abstract ideas tangible and aiding comprehension. Time is also used efficiently through short repetitive drills like repeating vocabulary word, check-ins for understanding, and interactive activities. And the next one is maxim of empowerment. Students are repeatedly called upon to answer questions, choose options, and engage in peer competition, boosting their confidence. The teacher also fosters autonomy by saying, "It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes," empowering a growth mindset. Learners also participate in quizzes, pronunciation drills, and matching terms in two languages, encouraging ownership of knowledge. The fourth maxim is maxim of encouragement. The teacher praises participation, validates efforts like saying, "Good, yes, that's right," and diffuses embarrassment by saying it's okay to make mistakes repeatedly. The teacher also uses games and points like stars for boys and girls, providing positive reinforcement and fun learning atmosphere. He also create encouraging remarks, which foster a safe space where learners are willing to speak and make guesses. The fifth maxim is maxim of planning. The lesson follows a clear path: review to new topic introduction, to vocabulary, to reading, to visuals, to comprehension checks, and to game-based practice. Transitions are also signposted by saying "before we start," or saying "today we will read," or by saying "next disaster is." The third is objectives, like write down new words and learn for natural disasters are clearly communicated. The sixth maxim and the final one is maxim of involvement. Students read aloud, respond in discussion, translate terms, and participate in quizzes. The use of peer challenges, like for example, one boy, one girl stand up. Keeps them physically and mentally engaged. Also involving learners in guessing, observing, and discussing visuals. Makes the topic come alive. Now, let's relate this to my own practicum experiences. In the first week, in week 1, I struggled with classroom management. Students talk over me or appeared disengaged. I didn't have structured routines like teacher Val's star chart or team system. His use of visual rules and immediate reinforcement inspired me to create my own classroom expectations and introduce a sticker reward system the following week, which led to improvements. In the fourth week, in week 4, I realized that long reading tasks make my pupils restless, especially in the afternoon. So I switched to more hands-on tasks like sorting pictures, miming weathers, and sentence building games. This was aligned with the maxim of involvement and the maxim of material adaptation. Like Teacher Val, I learned to adjust based on what my learners needed, not just what the textbook said. In week 5 of my practicum, I encountered a significant challenge. Care to guess? Yes, it's time management. In class 3 Imam Maliki, I only had 30-minute lessons. I often ran out of time before reaching the closure phase of the lesson. Similarly, in my 60-minute classes, I lost track of time while giving students too much time for tasks, which affected lesson flow and reflection. Teacher Val's lessons reminded me how crucial pacing is. His lesson moves swiftly from warm-up to input to practice and application, reflecting the maximum of efficiency. Even when the class was energetic, he maintained momentum and transitions with short prompts like "Let's read together" or "Who can tell me ... To improve, I created buffer times in my lesson plan, introduced time limit cues, and used verbal countdowns like "You have 2 more minutes to finish." This structured timing helped me stay focused and ensured each lesson included meaningful closure. This reflection taught me that even the most exciting content can fall flat without careful time planning. In week 7, I decided to integrate ICT tools like smart TVs, quizzes, and word wall, but I encountered technical challenges. My screen wouldn't cast, and the computer froze. In the moment, I panicked a little. This reminded me of a moment in the video where Teacher Val smoothly switched between talking, reading, and showing storm videos. His lesson was tech-enhanced, but not tech-dependent, and that's an important distinction. I learned the value of Plan B. I uploaded my slides to YouTube as a backup, used my phone as a hotspot, and simplified games if needed. This shift helped me become more confident with digital tools, and I even helped other teachers troubleshoot. This aligns with the maximum planning and the idea of technological resilience. Good planning includes anticipating what might go wrong, and reflecting helps us do better next time. Week 8, my supervisor pointed out that I was relying a little bit too heavily on the slides and underusing the whiteboard. This feedback was eye-opening. Watching Teacher Val reminded me of how powerful the whiteboard can be. He frequently repeated new words while writing them down. He modeled spelling, pronunciation, and meaning. The whiteboard became a visual anchor for the lesson. So, after asking my mentor, I also began dividing my whiteboard into 3 parts: lesson objectives, vocabulary words, and sentence examples. I also use color coding to highlight key terms and allow students to contribute to the board. This made the lesson more interactive and catered to visual learners, fulfilling the maximum of involvement. Now, even when using ICT, I also summarize important points on the board to help students focus and revisit them independently. This reflection taught me that effective ESL teaching isn't just about flashy tools. It's about planning well, involving learners, encouraging risk-taking, and managing time and resources wisely. Based on this reflective journey, I've developed a specific and actionable plan to grow professionally as an ESL teacher. Here's what I will do next. I will make weekly use of Gibbs' reflective cycle, not only for formal observations but also for my daily teaching practice. As recommended by both Kyoch and Walker 1985, structured reflection deepens learning and helps transform experiences into insight. I will dedicate Fridays after school to journal my reflections using the 6 steps of the cycle. I will embed the 6 maxims of teaching: accuracy, efficiency, empowerment, encouragement, planning, and involvement into my lesson planning template. For example, I will use the maxim of planning to pre-select vocabulary and assessment tools. I will apply the maxim of involvement by designing at least one active task per lesson. I will also ensure accuracy by modeling language and providing scaffolded corrections. I'll also continue using tools like quizzes, WordWall, and YouTube, but with offline backups like flashcard or printed slides in case tech fails. Before each lesson, I'll sketch a whiteboard layout with my planner with space for objectives, vocab, and examples. It keeps things structured and helps visual learners. I will also implement exit tickets, short reflections, or rating slips at the end of class to understand pupils' thoughts on the lesson. This reflective experience has reminded me that teaching is both an art and a science, and that reflection is the bridge between two. Watching Teacher Val's lesson was more than just observing techniques. It was a mirror, reflecting both my strengths and areas for improvement. I realized that successful teaching isn't about perfection, but about adaptability, care, and continuous growth. Reflective practice, as Sean 1983 describes, help teachers think critically about their assumptions and adjust to real-life classroom complexities. I've learned that it's okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay to stay the same after making them. That philosophy was echoed in the video, and it's something I now truly believe. I've also come to see that ESL teaching is about empowerment, helping students express themselves, grow in confidence, and connect with the world. Through intentional reflection, I can continue to build lessons that are inclusive, engaging, and effective. To conclude, I'd like to leave you with this quote by John Dewey, 1933. We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I welcome any questions, feedback, or suggestions. Until next time, Assalamualaikum and take care.